I ended up queuing with this guy, and his username was just like 01011010 whatever. And I was like, this kid is so fucking good. I was playing support. I was like, I have never played with an AD carry like this. This is just insane. I remember typing in game like, who are you? Then 2 days later, I found out it was Piglet. And I think that's where I kind of fell in love with his play style a little bit. But really, it was about that kind of connection that I had when I played with him. And after that, I really wanted to sign Piglet. It was like my #1 mission in life.
Steve actually flew out, met him, met his mother in Korea.
We sat and talked for 4 hours. We ended up signing contracts, and that's when it all started, you know.
People didn't even think it was real. You know, I'm being told I need to go pick this world champ up from the airport. I remember seeing that stupid pink suitcase. And then I'm like, hey, Piglet, you know, and he just like kind of looks at me like, and that's when I knew like, oh man, like this guy knew like no English.
I think that was the biggest signing that had ever happened in North America. So yeah, I mean, I was excited to play with Piglet, and definitely when he got here, it was like obvious that he had like insane mechanical skill.
He did not like it. He cried the first couple nights. You heard him say on his stream before, he mentioned that like he just didn't feel like he could talk to anyone. Piglet's a really outgoing guy for the most part and likes having friends, so I think he just didn't have anyone he could talk to.
Piglet was going through some tough times. And at the time, Quest was our sponsor, and they reached out and wanted to know what they could do to help. They literally came up with this idea that they were gonna surprise him, and Christmas was right around the corner, that we were gonna take him somewhere, have him do an interview, which he did not enjoy. While he was leaving, we were at the house decorating it from wall to wall in Christmas decorations. You know, going to a Korean market, getting him everything he could ever want to eat.
We surprised him and said, hey, like, we care about you, we're doing all this for you, and he was kind of very happy about it. And I think it was like the first time he was like, you know what, like, these could be my new friends. Maybe this is my new family.
We just did our best to show him that we cared, and I think it was the first step for Piglet really starting to get accustomed into the United States.
We were about to start the season, I believe, in about 2 weeks, and Voy had committed to playing on the roster for next year, and we had all assumed that that was going to be what was going to happen.
Voy leaving was really unexpected. And he left at a pretty bad time, to be honest. Like, he left pretty much after everyone had been signed. So it was really tough for Voy to leave at that point.
Oh, fuck. We have got to get a mid-laner before the start of the season, and we have 2 weeks, and what do we do?
So we're going through the challenger ladder, and Dom actually was like, this guy's been like kicking everyone's ass. We're looking through his solo queue games, like against Bjergsen, he's putting up crazy numbers, everything else. We're like, okay, Smurf is this? Who is this guy?
Joka and Steve went to where Phoenix was at like a neutral location or something, and they gave a lump sum of money for a Korean boy.
We had Phoenix, and then we just took Phoenix with us. And it's like, Phoenix was on a roster, and it worked out really well because Phoenix was a god. Once there were the sponsorship conflicts with Curse Voice, and the teams were no longer able to promote Curse Voice if there was Curse in the LCS, so I dropped the sponsorship arrangement with Curse Inc. proper, and we were then nameless. We didn't have teams, so the idea was to either rebrand and come up with a new team name, or merge with an existing esports organization. And at the time, really, there was a handful of options. It was like Optic and Team Liquid and other teams that were not in the LCS yet. And I met Victor at BlizzCon, and we just really hit it off and put together some documentation and officially merged the two organizations.
Some of you have probably read some comments on Reddit, and some of you are probably finding out for the first time that I'm now with Team Liquid.